about my case. I was not supposed to wake up right now, and I haven't had my full sleep. I slept with a very terrible feeling. Um, I feel like I've got enemies on YouTube. I was, no, I mean, I was at Sachwala's, and I think there's something going on against me also. So I was answering someone, uh, right, on and then the time was put to slow mode. I wasn't timed out or anything, but the time was put to slow mode. And I feel like everyone's of course, they're going to call this schizophrenia, scientifically proving, or the symptoms, seeing the symptoms. But I think it is someone tried to make me go insane. And in India, I have like there's this Gokul family. Abbas Gokul's wife, she's Indian, and her daughter's in the UAE. Um, she's quite she's well known or something. She's becoming famous. So, but these people are like, my enemies. Later on, I find out when I left Karachi American School, and when they wouldn't take me back. So there's something really crazy going on. What's going on? And also about some Indian gurus. Like I've been hearing that, God gives a lot of, God doesn't make you happy or anything. He gives you a lot of pain. And it's not like maybe they're demons, I don't know what they are. He shakes your world around. So I was like wondering. So recently I've been unsubscribed to these Paramahamsa Vishwananda Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Marga, sorry. Because I felt that, on one hand, I'm having these problems with the mind. The mind is very unsettling. On the other hand, I don't know who to trust and why I'm uh, pouring my case out here, because the people are very treacherous or they're not helpful. Um, so I haven't got the speakers. Oh, sorry, the mic on me. Uh, I hope sound is okay. Anyways, it's not that important. It's just my personal case here, and then maybe I'll go to saving ourselves and finding some peace in ourselves. Crazy as it may seem. So I'm unable to celebrate my country's National Day properly, um, and go out and all this. So you know, the thing is that seems like the enemies of mine on YouTube also out there. So of course, on one hand, um, the madness, and in years, like I've always been like a criminal in this family, my father's family, from a childhood. And my about my mother, my father went on saying things, and then we went to London, and the Gokul family we became friends with, and you know, so this one of the wives of this Abbas Gokul, she's from India. She started to scold me like anything on my face at my at their family. She was. I used to, we used to play together. Shahudi would come, so it was Shahudi's wedding. This. I feel that even this Rukaya Gokul and Sukaina Gokul, they have influence. And I'm not going good with these people. Even the ex-Muslims, Dystopia to Reason, Sachwala, Saab, uh, and all this, right? I was trying. Okay, there was an there was a Muslim who came. saying that why are you? I don't like at Sachwalas, so I don't. Well, it's an open thing platform. So some people would. It goes against their ethics. But anyways, I have to talk about this. Um, the thing is that he said that he doesn't like anyone violating his religion, Islam. So I was like typing and putting points in the comment section, like, how can you say that you don't like it, right? When and the ego might come up, and there are crazy people out there who use religion. I mean, of course, now that I know that Prophet Muhammad has used Islam, right? And any Indian, like, can use siddhi powers and spiritual powers to for themselves. But I was for 15 minutes here. My neighbor was Indian. We were my brother and I. We were small in London. We went to this Indian person. We made friends with this girl, and uh, what she did was she locked us up for 15 minutes in her lounge, right? So Indians also I can't trust from um, everyone is using these powers, spiritual powers, I think, and they're not gods. And so why would God do zulm on his creatures, the most powerful? If he thinks that some ego has developed in us. So, anyways, I was like, I don't deserve this. I mean, I can't. I'm not worthy of maybe now listening to one of the lectures of Paramahamsa's, but I started to feel terrible because in my life we've had I've been like a mujrim, a criminal. I feel wrong, a wrong in the wrong side, on the wrong, and but let's see. I tried my best, I think, to become a good person, but mere nasib mein nahi tha. It wasn't in my destiny. So we have some things like this outstanding person, but I feel that even the Vedanta part, like I understood from Rupert Spera recently again, like it's all about e- even this could be like into Lai Lila. There's nothing but God, and even this is. I feel I'm giving my opinion here. I don't agree to people. It seems like there's some bad energy, but you know, like wouldn't this like love is a burden, people are a burden. If you take the Vedanta thing, then everything that is material in relationships becomes a burden. And go away, go away. Like it's lie, lies. There's no God, but so I felt kind of this thing there in this religion of there's no nothing but one God. Uh, you become indifferent to people, but it's only like Alhamdulillah. It's like you know, like that, and it's only like pleasing God and no one else. But even the Prophet Muhammad didn't please God. Anyways, so no, it's you and God. Some Sufi type, even the Sufi type, like they're it's this sorry madness or using God, like we all need God, powerful siddhi powers and all this. And so what happened is I related this to what recently it got me into a negative state of again. like the self. Maybe because my ego is like everyone else is, detached. The people I loved, they thought that this attachment was unhealthy. So I relate like what happened is an ex friend of mine got close to principal's sons. This thing, everyone is coming to me saying, you know, live the life that would make you happy, but like don't go into this loving relationships because then jealousy comes up and this comes up and that comes up. Since so they were giving me perhaps patronizing with me or giving me this sending because they had a connection with me, the Fikri, my principal now with this ex friend of mine. At that time she was a friend, and she was coming and trying to give me all these lectures on this. So also like Bert Harding and on YouTube, like I've things have been messed up for me. Like I have this bad luck or something, and other people, they seem to work everything out, you know. And it's not out of jealousy, but yes, I had become very, very insecure emotionally, and jealousy could come up. Being in that vulnerable state, right? Incapacitated, and so I feel like indifferent in these Vedantas and all, even if it's from the Hindu side or uh, I think I'm going to make a lot of enemies in India and more. I'm like, so, like this God coming on earth and saying, I'm going to shake your world up. You're not going to rest for a second. Uh, no, no, no. This is, you have the, so I'm not rather, and like, I couldn't understand what Rupert Sparrow was saying that if he doesn't believe in reincarnation and incarnation, that's good, but it is present here. How do you explain memory? He was saying traces, it's the same thing. So some of the things were outstanding, like he's just simply explaining it. But then with the Dr. Deepak Chopra, and I've recently heard the whole thing. I shared it before, that video on YouTube. So I'm going to be at like totally, they're going to. So I don't, yeah, I'm going to make a lot of enemies. So I don't agree to anyone. Like, even the gods, like I said, Khuda Hafiz, go. I'm not worthy of you anymore. you know, let God then come and save me some other time in some other lifetime, right? I don't want to zulm on people, and you have the power. But Paramahamsa Vishwananda, I mean, for example, I don't want to pick on this person, but anyways, I do see him as a lookalike of someone in London. Although he was fair, it's quite funny things are happening. Lookalike. So I don't know what to, and treachery in other people, like, there's a lot of selfishness and all this in this world. And even this lie, la thing, or the Vedanta from Advaita Vedanta from the Hindu side, like it makes you so, like it's, there's only God, and this God even shakes your world apart. But that, like Paramahamsa Vishnu type God, then you can become saints and all that. Isn't this all crazy stuff? Like God does zulm on his people, and the ego we have to deal with. So he's killing our ego, he's smashing it. You're going to get it in life, like. And the people in the Vedanta side seem they have worked it out, that there's only one God and nothing but this God. Even the enemies are gods. I mean, there's no enemy. There's no enemy. So, I mean, you can get raped and all this, right? Like, but back to the source that there is nothing but one God. Anyways, recently I found out that even Prophet Muhammad, he's exploited this religion to no end, this one God. And the only way people want to work this out, like detachments, oh, sorry, attachments to people, they think like it is nothing but, uh, like human feelings, attachments, and all. They're looked down upon. They're like, it's because it gives you the sufferance. And then comes the Vishnu side to give you more sufferance. You know what I mean? On one side, sorry, I'm not that eloquent at all. I mean, I'm not eloquent at all. Oh, on one side, they're like the Laila Illallah people, Vedanta, even the Indian Hindus. On the other side, there are these bhaktis, Vishnus, they have to long for God, love God, and God is in the form and then also in the form, right? So he comes and shatters your life and shakes you up. If like one lady was saying to Sri Krishna a long time ago that I don't want anything from you. I just want more problems and all this. This is crazy. It's like doing zulm on yourself. So that I will never forget you. But if you are happy, that happiness is God itself, right? Wanting you, that's your true nature, they say, on one end. God knows what is it is. I don't know. And people are like, even in this, everyone's got it sorted out, you know, it seems. And I'm the only one who's like, what is this? Okay, Rupert Spira, with due respect to him, he explains things quite nicely, simply, that one would understand. But at one point, I had to disagree with him. I don't know. Maybe it is the ego. Um, maybe there's some, like, maybe I'm relating what he said to that part when I went mad. And because, the principle, uh, they think that this love is a diversion. Like I'm using them as a diversion and all this. So their aim is to make me independent. And you can never be independent. Sometimes, like you have to share that love with another person. God has given you that love to be shared here with others. God doesn't need this love and all this. And my case was messed up. Like they saw things through their own eyes about me. So I've related, like, and they are also like Mrs. Munira Gulzar is a very strong person within herself. And she doesn't get attached to anything. That's good for her. But, like sometimes uh, you, they start to, I think, fear my attachment to them. And I know they are like La ilaha illallah people. Sirf Allah hi Allah karo and all this. So I was relating what Rupert Spira was saying to that. And there was immense talk. Like ego started to come up. And I started to do zulm on my, I was like, no, no, no. You're not turning psycho on yourself. Don't do zulm. But I started to do zulm on myself. I got really, really messed up. Back to that madness, the negativity. So I don't know. I'm trying to work this out what it is. Another thing is Muslims. It came to my attention recently, and I was asked Sachwala. Or okay, that the person who was sorry, the I can't say this properly indirectly. Sorry, I apologize. I don't know who's true and what. I don't mean to hurt anyone, but I feel that the question put forward to someone because it has to do with my ex-Muslim thing. I'm also an ex-Muslim, right? And if a Muslim is going to come here and say you are violating Islam, I don't like that. Well, if you don't like it, think about those people who were violated due to their religion and who even apostates are violated due to their thought and their belief in this or their seeing whatever the belief is, okay, against Prophet Muhammad and this religion. So it's like, it's not fair. Because you see, on one hand, okay, the Yahudis, whatever, just for the sake of shortness. Now, no one knows what Arabic is and all that. So, the Quran, I cannot understand only through translation, and they say it's nothing like to read it in Arabic, it's a different thing altogether. So, loose translations and all this. So, we had, well, so the thing is that I'm just very, very effed up. Sorry, excuse me. I'm quite messed up here. So if bad words come out, well, that was because in childhood, I was taught like this. I was disturbed and bad words were coming out. And I was punished by my mother because my grandmother was very kind of, anyways, it's all, everyone is la ilaha illallah. There's nothing but God ever then. So that's the past. It's gone. It doesn't even exist, right? God knows what this nonsense is. So I'm really angry at people. That's the past. So God knows one is saying that is the past, and God knows what this nonsense is. And then, anyways, God is from the Vishnu side. He just shakes your world up. He's just like kore mare hame kore mare. ईगो 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 उन उन दुश्मनों को नहीं मारता है जो जुल्म करते हैं इतना उनमें इतनी ताकत होती है जुल्म करने की उनको तो ज़रा भी नहीं मारता है मारता तो उनको है जो सब्जुकेट इसे इनके खुदा ये कौन सा खुदा है राइट उनको तो मारता ही नहीं है हमें ही कोरे मारे बचपन से समथिंग वाज पुट ऑन मी whether you believe it or not I don't care who are you so you have your own various beliefs and God knows what disbeliefs. So ऐसा कर दिया था like if you coming close to it and like okay if you don't believe in black magic at least covert narcissists exist right gaslighters or no so they can plan things and make you dirty and make you abuse and so my mother had to punish me because my grandmother was like that wicked and they would plan it and all this then like she used to tell my mother okay I will take away your children so she used to scare my mother, and this exactly what she wished, what she told my mother. Like we were like a clock. It was our house was upside down, and I wanted to run away from the house. My mother, and she would say, "Get out," and all this of my house at times. And at times she was very, but they had made her into a animal or something, emotionally wrecked. So we were emotionally wrecked, and then of course, my life is worse than my mother's because at least she got married, but she got married into this tyranny. And I didn't get married, neither can I have children because at the age of, I think, 22, 21, 20, I was feeling quite tired, like I can't do anything. Anyone here to question me or make life more difficult? Let's see. So if you're going to, okay, back to this, so this crazy thing, I'll come back to this if I can, if I will, uh, in conclusion. So now Muslims telling us that not to do this, not to expose Prophet Muhammad, not to violate this religion because it's very dear to them and their feelings are hurting and they don't like it at all. So you see in the Quran or English translation or whatever, in Surah Hashar, like he's uh, expelled people. He's told, okay, against the Jews and all this. So now the root, like polytheism, whether I like Hinduism or not, that's a different thing. Now, coming logically, I've come to polytheism, right, in the Quran. So just to be like a judge, if I can, I'll try my best. So I've combed this out. I've been confused for ages. I was like in tears when I realized that I straightened this thing up. I combed it, the Quran ayats, like where to use reason. When I use reason, it fails. And when I use, from childhood, I had a mind where I thought I was reasoning at the same time. But when it comes to loving someone, with reason, your mind, you cannot control it because that will create a very unhealthy person in you. You could even go mad doing this, struggling, 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 because the power of love is too immense for the mind to stop it. So you can't stop your heart from loving your beloved outside. And like you want to share and you want to be with them. Yeah. But the thing is that I had this from childhood. They've seen me, like I've had this thing on me all the time, या तो जिद्दी है या तो एंग्री है या तो अभी अटैच्ड है टीचर से या तो लेस्बियन है wrong wrong things put on me, blame put on me. So ज़िद्दी क्यों बनाई गई थी बचपन से? क्या मैं पैदा से ज़िद्दी हुई थी? तो बच्चों को भी नहीं छोड़ते हैं ना हमारे लोग, like adults, right? They have their own thing. So God, okay. So, but okay, succinctly put, देखें, मुसलमानों, आपका ईगो होगा, वरना आप हक के लिए नहीं है, इंसानियत के लिए नहीं है. कि अगर आप इस्लाम को चाहते हैं और नहीं चाहते हैं कोई भी कुछ भी बोले, तो अल्लाह ने तो बहुत कुछ बोला पॉलिथीस के अगेंस्ट और नजिस भी करार कर दिया. उनको काबा से भी निकाल दिया, मक्का से पूरा निकाल दिया कि नजिस हैं. इस बात पे भी निकाला है कि वो नजिस हैं. और तो और जूस को ये बोल के कि वो हमारे अपोज कर रहे थे, बहुत इस तरह रूमर मॉन्गर्स थे और हिपोक्रेट्स थे, तो उनको भी मारा गया. कुरान की आयतें हैं, जैसे जितना मैं समझती हूँ. और फिर जूस हिजरत कर सकता था प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद, या अब मैं पूरा जैसे मैं जानती थी ये रिलीजन, उसके थ्रू बात कर रही हूँ, अपने शिया और इस्लाम के. तो हिजरत भी कर सकता था, लेकिन आप जो कह रहे हैं कि हम प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद के अगेंस्ट या इस्लाम के अगेंस्ट या कुरान के अगेंस्ट, ये वायलेशन ऑफ रिलीजन है, हम कर रहे हैं. ये तो आप बिल्कुल यानी एक प्रेजुडिस वे में देख रहे हैं. You're looking at it through your prejudiced eyes against us. वायलेशन तो जब होता है जब कोई जुल्म करता है किसी पे. तो ये प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद ने पॉलिथीज को निजिस करार किया, अल्लाह, उनके अल्लाह ने. तो अच्छा, खाली ये नहीं है कि ट्रीटी they broke the treaty, you know, اور کہا ہے کہ یہ جھوٹے لوگ ہیں، مکار ہیں، یہ خدا کے اللہ پہ عظیم خلق العظیم اور ایک عظیم ہستی پہ جھوٹ بول رہے ہیں. Like they're lying on God, saying that this, we have gods and we have this and we have that, right? Idols. تو اور کہہ رہے ہیں کہ بغیر کسی پروف کے. تو پالیٹکس کو اتنا قرآن کی آیتیں ہیں، not the حدیث. تو خیر یہ میں بات کرنا چاہی تھی because it not because I'm against such wala or this and that, but because ادھر مجھے کمنٹ سیکشن میں مجھے ٹائم آؤٹ نہیں کیا. میں وہ نا تھوڑا سلو ہوں لکھنے میں سمجھانے میں، تو مجھے تکلیف ہو رہی تھی، پھر بھی میں لکھ رہی تھی. تو وہ کر سکتے ہیں کہ وائلیٹ پالیٹیز جوز. اور اب آپ کہیں کہ وہ جوز نہیں جوز کو بھی کہا ہے کہ ایسے ایسے لوگ ہیں جو اپنا کتاب اپنے اسکرپچرس کو چینج کرتے ہیں ٹنگ سے. ریممبر ٹنگ سے. تو یہ شکر ہے کہ ایک نے ایک صاحب تھے یہاں یوٹیوب پہ، اور تو یہ ہے تو سوری اچھا تو لوگوں کو نہ سچ والا صاحب کو نہ ڈسٹوپیا ٹو ریزن کو، جیسے میں ادھر گئی ڈسٹوپیا ٹو ریزن کہ ایران میں جو ہو رہا ہے، اب کیا کہہ رہے ہیں کہ ہم بیکاز وہ امریکہ انوالوڈ ہے، تو ہم یعنی اسلام کی بات ہی نہیں کریں کہ امریکہ کروا رہا ہے. یعنی یہ کیا بات ہوئی؟ تو میں نے ان کا بھی چھوڑ دیا چینل انسبسکرائب. اور میں اب انسبسکرائب ہی کیا، لیکن میں کبھی کبھی ایسے لائک میں نے سبسکرائب نہیں کیا ہے ساحل بھائی کا یا کسی کا یا سچ والا کا یا ڈسٹوپیا ٹو ریزن کا، یا ایسے ہی میں جاتی تھی سننے. تو ایک بات مجھے صحیح نہیں لگی کہ پھر آپ کہہ رہے ہیں کہ امریکہ اور ویسٹرن ورلڈ ہمارے پیچھے پڑا ہے، اور پڑا ہے، لیکن ہسٹری تو دکھا رہا تھا. لیکن اب کیا پروفٹ محمد نہیں پڑھا تھا ہسٹری میں جوز کے اگینسٹ، پالیتیز کے اگینسٹ، کرسچنس کے اگینسٹ جزیہ دو؟ اب اس کا کام ہے. دیکھیں ایک اسماعیلی امام کو دیکھیں، انہوں نے اپنا کوئی کام نہیں رکھا ہے، تھینک گاڈ، نہ کچھ رکھا ہے. بس دیکھیں آپ حج امام کو دیکھیں، آپ نے حج کر لیا. یہ مسلمانوں کا ہے. یو ڈونٹ ہیو ٹو بی یونائٹیڈ لائک دس کہ حج پہ آپ جائیں. ویسے بھی آپ یونائٹیڈ کہاں ہیں؟ ہاں شاید سنیز یونائٹیڈ ہیں وتھ سنیز، شیعز یونائٹیڈ ہیں وتھ شیعز، اسماعیلیز یونائٹیڈ ہیں وتھ اسماعیلیز. لیکن فار پروفٹ محمد سیک، اللہ سیک، یو آر ناٹ آل ان یو آر آل ایٹ لاگر ہیڈس. یو آر ناٹ آل مسلمز آر ناٹ یونائٹیڈ. تو یہ حج کرنا یہ کیا بات ہے؟ ہم بس مکہ بھی رسول اللہ کا ہے، مسلمانوں کا ہے، کعبہ بھی مسلمانوں کا ہے، مدینہ بھی رسول اللہ کی سٹی ہے. بابا نہیں تھا یہ سٹی وٹی رسول اللہ کی، یہ جوز کی سٹی تھی. تو گریٹ پرسن وڈ بی لائک اسماعیلی ہز ہائنس آغا خان. اب ان پہ بھی سلیم لالانی نے وہ کر دیا ہے، تو دے آر ایٹ لاگر ہیڈ، سلیم لالانی اینڈ ہز ہائنس آغا. اور پھر یہ ہوتا ہے کہ وہ مسلمان آتے ہیں ادھر سلیم لادانی کے پاس اور کہتے ہیں کہ نہیں ہمارا ریلیجن تو بہت اچھا ہے، یہ اسماعیلی بہت خراب ہے خراب ہے خراب ہے. ہز ہائنس آغا خان کو اتنا خراب کہتے ہیں. تو یہ بھی ہے. تو میں تو ہر طرف سے پھنس گئی ہوں. خیر I'm not worthy of Hindu विष्णु और एनीवन, तो मैंने तो छोड़ ही दिया कि अब खुदा तो वैसे भी कुछ नहीं, कितनी भी दुआ करो, बिकॉज वो वक्त ने कह दिया कि द वक्त सेड, because they are अंग्रेज, they know English, they are not अंग्रेज but they know English. So the Bhakti Marga was saying that one of the devotees, he had a lecture recently I went to listen to, and तो कर मेरी माँ बाप की दुआ है, I have to leave, माँ बाप की दुआ I can't translate. तो फिर मैं तो गुनहगार हूँ और मैंने तो कंप्लेन किया खूब गॉड से। एक वक्त था हम लोग कंप्लेन, मैं कंप्लेन नहीं करती थी, but I overheard someone saying fight with God, fight with God. उस दिन से I started to, when I was like, this was quite shocking for me, like fight with God. We never would complain to God. We would, you know, human clashes होते थे तो human को ही खराब कहते थे खुदा। Anyways, तो वो एक एक्सेप्टेंस था तो हम कंप्लेन नहीं करते थे खुदा से। मुझे याद नहीं है जब तक बिफोर दिस that I ever complained to God. I accepted. Hmm. But the thing was that I knew that it was people who are in the wrong, not God. God can never be in the wrong. So I started to complain to God, and then I started to complain against himself, like God himself. It's not bad to complain to God, like up लोगों के में, like what is this happening and what are these people. So anyways, this or now the thing is that I don't know how long I will go on like this. Since I come here, सीट गर्म हो जाती है तो इंसान सीट नहीं छोड़ना चाहता है। तो uh, since I've come here, oh God, I hope I don't feel tired. Tired I am, but I'm doing unhealthy things. तो मुझे तो डर लगता है, पता नहीं परमाहंस विश्वानंदा, ये रुकैया इंडियन थी, मुसलमान, not Hindu, but maybe Muslims coming in India and they've attained siddhi powers and all this. खैर मुझसे अब बर्दाश्त नहीं होता जुल्म कि खुदा मुझ पे जुल्म करे और मेरे दुश्मन can't even like dust है, एलर्जी है मुझे, I can't clean, it's in a mess. तो कोई आए भी नहीं, no one can come in my house because I would be so ashamed to invite someone. इतना इतना I can't, पता नहीं कैंसर है क्या है तो but I think demons, you all get together, right, and you will crush us, me at least. तो करते रहें, जुल्म करते रहें, खुश हो जाए जुल्म करते 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 करते, जब दिल भर जाए आपका, या नहीं बराबर जुल्म करें तो पता नहीं क्या क्या हो रहा है दुनिया में। तो अगर आप अपने नफ्स के लिए ये ऐसा प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद ने कर दिया, वैसे पॉलिटिक्स को ऐसा ब्लेम किया है कि क्या मतलब पॉलिटिक्स का क्या रिलीजन नहीं है, क्या सेंटिमेंट्स नहीं है पॉलिटिक्स के, डू दे नॉट हैव फीलिंग्स। और आप चाहे कोई इंसान कुछ कुछ पे भी बिलीव करे, आपके सामने आपके इम्पोज नहीं कर रहा है, आपको क्या है। उधर पाकिस्तान में कुछ सुनी, एक गॉड एक गॉड एक गॉड, वर्शिप करो, डोंट कॉल ऑन एनीवन बट अल्लाह। शियाज़ा काफ़िर, शियाज़ा काफ़िर, 1, 2, 3 वो देख के कुरान की आयतें, शियाज़ा काफ़िर, शियाज़ा काफ़िर, हमारे रसूलुल्लाह के सहाबा के अगेंस्ट क्यों बोल रहे हैं? ये क्या अपनी बुक्स पढ़ें जो हशर नशर हुआ है, आयशा ने क्या रूडनेस, और ये प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद खुद एक कार्टून था। अब देखें, अब निकल आया मेरे मुँह से, नाउ यू आर गोइंग टू से दैट पापा ये झूठा मक्कार इंसान था, इंसान भी नहीं था, हैवान से भी बदतर था। ऐसे इसने, मैं तो हिपोक्रेट्स को जानती हूँ लाइक 3.5 years से, व्हेन आई वाज 3.5 years old, ऐसे इसने ऐसे कारनामे किए हैं। ये देखें तो oh God, I have to go because that I don't want that sound to come in this. I will continue later. मुसीबत है।